Hey everyone, welcome to Homes for Beginners, where I show you how to do repairs around the house yourself. In this video here, I'll be showing you how to make a dirt or gravel strainer which fits over top of your wheelbarrow. This is a great way to sift through dirt fast and efficiently, separating large or small particles. We recently had some stumps ground down and wanted to make some smaller wood shavings to spread around the ground where the grass will be planted to richen up the soil. This can also be used for cleaning up a gravel driveway to separate any dirt and gravel. When a concrete truck came in for a garage pad, this is where it left the dirt and gravel mixture. This can be used for small or larger gravel based on what type of mesh is used. This is expanded steel mesh, which was purchased from a local metal supplier and fabricator. Typically they are sold in a larger sheet, but if you find the right place, they'll sell you a small section. It comes in a variety of sizes, meaning the hole dimensions will vary. The hole dimensions here are 1/2 inch by 1/4 inch. The bigger holes, the quicker the material will sift through. This section is 2 feet by 3 feet, so it will fit over top of a wheelbarrow. The size may vary depending on your application. A large section may have more flex in the center. Before we get started, the metal supplier was nice enough to point out when this steel is cut, there's a risk of sharp barbs on the edges. Be extremely careful when handling this. It can be very sharp. If this is the case, you can use a file to clean up the edge. Next is cutting the outer border. The edges will be covered. This not only provides protection but stiffens up the section and also provides a small wall so any material doesn't fall off the sides. For this I'm using some 2x2 I had laying around. The first pieces will be cut at 22 inches, so 2 inches shorter, and this will account for the notched portions you'll see in a moment. The sides are rough cut, so one side will be cut smooth on a table saw, and a cap will go on top of this section to sandwich the mesh. Only a 1/16 cut is made on the one side, just enough to make it smooth. Next is making the notched out portion where the mesh will sit. This will be about 1 inch high and 1/16 of an inch in depth, as the mesh is only about that thickness. It's best to have the mesh so it can be clamped into place instead of being loose. Once that's done, here's a rough mock-up. A piece of wood is used in the center to reduce the chance of sagging, and then a measurement is taken for the side pieces of wood. The measurement should be the same for both sides. Make sure the mesh fits into these notched portions and it's square. Now is cutting the boards to length. The dimensions will vary based on what type of size your steel is, notch depth, and material size. Here's a view of the one side once it's in place. The notch does go in the full length, so it will be visible from the sides. I'm not too concerned about this as it's only an aesthetic issue. To sandwich the mesh, I have saved some 3/8 thick by 2 inch ripped pieces of wood from a previous project. First is fastening the first portion of the frame together. Holes are marked out with a square. They'll be on center with perpendicular pieces. Only one screw for each corner to avoid any chance of cracking. They are pre-drilled too, so this will help avoid any cracking and allow for a connection to be tight. Using a corner clamp, this is a great way of keeping those pieces in place. A single 2.5 inch number 8 screw gets installed in each corner. Here I'm using my OEM Tools brushless 1/4 inch impact, model number 24487. This is my go-to impact driver. It can be used for screws, other types of fasteners, and even drill bits, which has a 1/4 inch adapter. Very compact design to get in those tight places. Brushless motor, so less components to wear out. Electric brake, ergonomic design, 2 speeds forward, 1 speed in reverse, 300 foot-pounds of loosening torque, and 260 pounds of tightening torque. A link to this will be included in the video description to Mobile Distributor Supply. Now is cutting those caps, first the overlapping pieces. For the caps, these will cross over the intersection points of the first half, which will maximize the strength and rigidity of the frame while having a compact profile. All those caps are then pre-drilled again. This is thin wood, so there is a risk of cracking it. The screws are then placed in such a way so it interlocks with the mesh through the holes. The mesh has not been drilled. 4 screws in each of these pieces. They'll be put into place first, and a C-clamp can be used for assistance. Finally is the last 2 cap pieces. Now they can be put in place and we have the final measurements. Cut them to length. Then install. Due to the length, these will have 5 screws instead. 1 1/4 inch screws are used here. This will be exposed to dirt with moisture content, so I've added an extra step of protection. I have applied a mixture of linseed oil and turpentine. This is the same mixture I used on the deck in the past video. This linseed oil was heated up with a torch and an equal amount of turpentine was added, therefore it's a 50-50 mixture. The mesh isn't coated with any rust preventative treatment either, so it gets an application of linseed oil as well. Allow this to dry overnight and then it's ready to be used on any project where you require material to be separated. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more home DIY videos. Thank you for watching.